Everybody, Naturopath Jen here. I'm just bringing you this YouTube video just to give you a little bit of information about who I am and why I decided to create the All Things Low Carb, High Fat website and podcast. If you don't already know, I've just uploaded a new podcast called the All Things Low Carb, High Fat podcast by Naturopath Jen. If possible, could you please go across to iTunes and subscribe, and if possible leave a review. I know it's only the first podcast, but I'd really appreciate if we could sort of get the ball rolling with that so I can bring you some more really interesting information on it. I've already lined up a couple of experts to come on the show to discuss the ketogenic and or real food movement and what you can do to regain your optimal health, I suppose. Okay, I'm a qualified naturopath, but I'm also a qualified personal trainer, massage therapist, and probably a bit of a self-empowerment educator, I suppose. I originally started this YouTube video and the business because I wanted to give other people as much information as I possibly could, which would allow them to also regain their health the way that I have doing the low carb lifestyle. Thanks to a lot of the wonderful podcasters and YouTubers out there has allowed me to learn all of this valuable information, which I can now bring to you and help you to incorporate it into your lifestyle. Now, when I talk about low carb, high fat, ketogenic, sometimes it can get a bit of a bad stigma, but there's no need for it because people have been eating this way for thousands of years, and I'm just bringing the information to people. That's all. It can be an absolutely delicious and amazing plan to be following, and I think, you know, give it a go, and you'll be amazed at the benefits that you get when you follow this lifestyle. Now, throughout my website, the podcast, all of that, it's actually not purely going to be on the low carb and the ketogenic, although most of the information is. It's going to be also on lifestyle factors that you can do to help yourself, because, you know, eating is one part of it, but there's also a lot more that needs to be taken into account. And, you know, these lifestyle factors can impact how your blood sugars are and therefore how much benefit you get out of following the ketogenic lifestyle. So I will touch up on that as well. Now, for the first 8 weeks of my new podcast, I will be hosting it myself, purely because I want to get this information out to you, the basic information out to you, so you can get an understanding of why we follow a ketogenic lifestyle, and also, and I don't like to call it diet because it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle, and what benefits you can hope to achieve from it and what else you can do to make it most beneficial. So, you know, give it a go, and yeah, I'm always there if you need some help with something, but, you know, until you get started, you're never going to know. So, yeah, so anyway, and I wanted to give you a little bit of background on me. Growing up as a kid, I was always a little bit on the chunky side. You'll get a lot of this information from my website as well. I just wanted you to sort of like get to know who I am and what I'm about. So, you know, I tried every diet out there that was possible, and of course I lost weight, but you know what, I put it all back on again, and that was until I probably 3 or 4 years ago, where I started listening to Jimmy Moore on the Living La Vida Low Carb show. I started following the advice that he gave, and because I was so inspired by his talk, and then I started listening to hundreds of other podcasters and researching and really putting my time into that. I started implementing it with clients and found that they really benefited greatly from it. And now I want to use a bigger platform with the internet to be able to reach as many people as I possibly can and help as many people as I can. And I'm going to be doing this through my website, through podcasting, through ebooks and webinars that I create, through whatever platforms I possibly can to help you guys out. I'm there for you guys. I need you guys to put whatever you can into it, and you know, get the optimal results from it, because you can do it, and I know you can. So yeah, so that's sort of like the reason why I did it, because no other diet actually worked. It was, you know, I'd lose it. I went on the dreaded low-fat diet. My goodness, what a waste of time that was. But I had to learn from it, and it worked at the time. But I felt pretty gross on it. So whereas with the low-carb ketogenic eating, you're never hungry, you've got so much energy, and you're not thinking about food all the time. Because when I was on the low-fat diet, I thought about food all the time. And you know, I want to be there for my children and my husband. Now, anybody that's listened to my podcast will know, they would have heard the voices of my two adorable children, Jamin and Amelia, who did sort of like some sound over for me. So even if you want just a bit of a laugh, then go and check out the podcast and you'll see what I'm talking about. I want to be there for them. I want to be healthy for them. I want to be, you know, I want to enjoy life and be able to run around with them and not be suffering from multitude of illnesses or a bit of excess weight. Now, I'm not saying I'm perfect, because I'm far from perfect, and I've been through some health struggles, which I'll talk about in a later YouTube video, which I have to get under control, and as such, these health struggles have made me put on some more weight. But I kind of got off track a little bit. I believe in everything I do 100%, and I'm back on track now. I'm going to be recording everything on my website, so you guys can be my accountability tool. And yeah, and I'm ready to get the ball rolling again, and yeah, and get rid of the excess weight, help you guys not just lose the weight, because I just want to feel great, and mostly I do, but there are a few things I'd like to fix. Help you feel great and live your optimal best. So until my next YouTube video, visit my podcast, visit my website, you know, send me an email, let me know who you are, have a chat to me, and you know, if you've got any inspirational stories after following the ketogenic lifestyle, I'd be more than happy to have you on my podcast to discuss them. I really love to hear about other people's successes. So yeah, so until next time, guys, I'm Naturopath Jen, and I'm signing out. And ditch the carbs, enjoy the fat, and live your life to the fullest.